Hello again, everybody. Well, today we're heading out past Collegedale, past Ooltewah, and out near Cleveland, Tennessee again, because today we're going to be checking out the historic Red Clay State Park. Now, Red Clay was pretty much the last, I guess you could say, seat of government, so to speak, for the Cherokee before the Trail of Tears started. So there's some interesting trails. There is a eternal flame out here. We're going to take a look and see what we can see. So let's head and see what's out here. One interesting little tidbit: we're in Little Debbie country. Out that way is where all of your delicious Little Debbie snack cakes get made. Just look at that. This whole area is absolutely beautiful. Well, we made it. So let's go in here and take a look and see what we can see. One of the interesting things is that this state park is literally right up against where Georgia and Tennessee come together. This is a pretty place. It looks like there's a bunch of stuff over there to look at, so something tells me we're going to come up here and loop around and come in towards all of that. So I'll get over here and get situated, and we'll see you guys in a minute. Well, here we are. It's a beautiful park. There's a lot of stuff spread out. Now, let's see here. We're over here. You've got these little sleeping huts, the farmhouse, all that kind of stuff. There's a theater, Council Spring. So it looks like there's some trails, but I don't think it's too terribly bad. I got some pretty cool little coffee mugs. Oh my goodness. You've got a really neat series of stained glass windows. Now, Red Clay, I guess, is where the Cherokee capital was in exile. I don't know if this is showing up good, but this is definitely a very beautiful place. I apologize for the reflections. It's a lot easier to see these in person. And to be perfectly honest, these stained glass windows are amazing. So you ought to come up here and see the place, because whoever did the stained glass windows did an amazing, amazing job. Wanted: Andrew Jackson, $500 reward, crimes against humanity. This is an amazing little place. I like how this map has the Indian names for all of the different states. But you definitely have to come here and check it out. But we are going to go outside and check out some of this other stuff before we wander too far off. this interpretive stuff down there. But I am betting that that little feature up there is the eternal flame. I think, though, that I'm going to go down and check out these first. Now, I don't think I have enough time to hit everything down here today, but I'm definitely going to get everything in this area. I'll kind of withhold judgment. There's not supposed to be a huge amount of trails, but I also don't want to end up walking 3 or 4 miles out here this close to the park closing. Now, obviously, these are more modern because the other sleeping huts would have been hand-hewn logs instead of these more round modern ones. Now, we have had a lot of rain. So these, or at least this one, has a lot of water, but it's really there just to keep the critters off you and keep the rain off your head. They're not big, they're not fancy, but you know what? They will do just fine. I don't know if the camera can pick this up. It's kind of faded and hard to read. But George W. Featherspa? I can't read it that good. Maybe it'll turn out okay. So you've got these nice sleeping huts. So you got a farmhouse. I guess the barn's out back, and then a corn crib. This area, while remote, is beautiful. We've got a couple of beds down here. Got the kitchen area. I'll hit it for some different angles too so you can really see everything. Low beam ceiling. Probably the kiddos would have been upstairs. Now I imagine this representation was one of the more well-to-do Cherokee farmsteads. Interesting that the barn is not chinked. Now, I'm guessing, since the animals could put up with more abuse, weather-wise, that could be it. Oh, wow. Of mud, but you can see the different areas where they could have put things or animals. Now, I don't know if an animal would have come in here or not. These sills are awful high off the ground, or maybe the ground has settled and it would have been higher up in here, but and of course you're always gonna have people graffiti the crap out of it. Some of these logs are hand hewn. So I guess they would have maybe put hay or something up top. And then there's the corn crib. No, I don't know if they have tails or whatever, but this would be a pretty cool place to hear tales. And here's the corn crib. Now I see a blue hole nature trail. I'm gonna have to take a look at a map and see if that's the way to get to the blue hole. The big question is, do I go that way or that way? I'm gonna try to go over here and take a look. Okay, so while the trail is pretty over in the field over there, I think this is more the right direction. So we're gonna go out through this very pretty bit of woods. What we're looking for is something called the blue hole. Since this was supposed to be where everybody met, one of the key parts of being in a specific location is you gotta have a good source of water. So there's supposed to be a spring over here somewhere, and hopefully we'll find it. Well, there's definitely another trail going down that way, but there is a lot of water coming from this way, so maybe past the big fallen tree, the blue hole will be up that way. So I think I'm gonna go back up there and check it out. I am definitely going to have to come back for this trail. This is definitely a place to come and contemplate. And I am pretty sure that past the no trespassing is probably the blue hole. So we're going to go take a look. This is the blue hole. Camera's not going to really show with the blue color quite as good, but I'll hit it from a different angle. And I'm guessing that this is a pretty sacred place for the Cherokee. I guess over there is a council house. We'll go check that out next. Got a neat little amphitheater too. Plenty of space around here for storytelling. Pretty amazing. There's another sign over here for the spring, so we're gonna go over here and take a look. Again, I don't know if the camera can catch it, but you can definitely see a much more blue tint from this direction. There are fish in here. It looks like several feet deep at least. Been told that the spring is 14 feet deep before it gets into the rock. So let's go over here and take a look at the sign. Interesting. But then you got to keep the history somehow. Looks like there's a class going over there too. And here we come finally to the Eternal Flame. We'll go over here and take a look at it. The Eternal Flame. The Eternal Flame beside a giant and beautiful tree, surrounded by this beautiful park. Well, guys, I hope you enjoyed my little journey here to Red Clay. It's a beautiful place despite what happened. And it's a good place to remember and a good place to contemplate. So, I'm off to go on some more journeys. Until then, why don't you go on some journeys of your own? We'll see you next time. Bye-bye. One little afterthought. It is April 28th, 2018. It's now 6:36. I did not get the ranger's name, but there was a ranger that helped me. I ended up having a little flat tire thanks to a big lug screw with a washer going into my tire. And the ranger was very happy to help me, so I wish I knew his name. I'll try to do some research and see if I can find out what his name was, but thank you, sir. I greatly appreciate the help. You made a relatively easy tire change be that much easier and made this place even that much more welcoming. Thank you, sir. I appreciate the help.